this video, I'd like to share some of my thoughts on how you can help your child in terms of mathematics at school. Let's start with extra lessons, which is obviously a hot topic. Now, there's no doubt that extra lessons can work. My experience is that one-on-one extra lessons are the most effective, but there are issues you need to think about. So one is, will my child use the extra lessons as a crutch so that they don't focus in the classroom anymore? So they just know that Mr. or Mrs. extra lessons is going to go over it again at the weekend or whenever. So it's a big issue. You've also got to think about who wants these extra lessons. Is it you or is it your child? Often it's you and not the child, and that's pretty much a disaster. Another good thing to try and work on is to get the extra lessons teacher, if you go that route, to talk to the class teacher so they can plan together rather than be antagonistic. And often the extra lesson teacher will undermine the teacher by saying things like, oh, you haven't done that yet, don't worry. And finally, obviously, talk to the teacher. Let the teacher know you're thinking of extra lessons, what they think, and so on. I hope that makes sense for the extra lesson story. Just a reminder about my ideas on mathematics, the three parts really: the skills, the application, and the thinking. So just keep those in your head while we go through some of my ideas on how you can help. One of the first things you can do is actually be positive about mathematics and not go along the route of, well, I could never do maths myself, which obviously then is not a great motivator for your child. The next important idea is that, well, it's a misunderstanding, I think, and that is that you can either do this stuff or you can't. And that is just not true. So often I'll use a sporting analogy. So think of something like basketball. Many people enjoy basketball, playing the game, but they don't play in the NBA, for example. Shaq O'Neal or something like that, there's a good example. He's about 18 feet tall and his feet are size 17, so he's a freak. In the same way, there are freakish mathematicians, but everyone to some degree, I think, can enjoy mathematics. So think of mathematics as an active sport rather than something your child can do or not do, almost like a genetic footprint. Okay, now let's look at the skills that it's really important that your child becomes proficient at. So it's tables and bonds, basically. So you can help your child acquire these skills. It's not easy though. So you take multiplication tables, 6 times 4 equals. Do you get flashcards? Yeah, you can, with the answer on the other side, so you at least know the answer, so you can flash those to your child. Some kids will get them by chanting, but not everyone. Some kids need to do the easy ones first, and then the more difficult ones. So maybe you can have a checklist on the fridge, something like that. Make it fun. Don't press it. Remember, you're the parent, not the maths teacher. Very important. Bonds are things like bonds of 10, 9 plus 1, 1 plus 9, 7 plus 3, 3 plus 7. So if you can maybe count your cornflakes out, maybe not. 9 cornflakes plus 1 cornflakes, well, I'll leave you to come up with maybe a more interesting idea. Try and, well, encourage, try and get your child to apply the skills that they're getting from school. So change at the toll gate. Try not to pay with your card, maybe just pay with your 20 rand and then ask your child how much change you're going to get. That kind of thing. Um, Games with number plates. Can you spot 1, 2, 3, 4? That is something to encourage. Get your child confident with the mathematics. And then there are also games like chess, logical games. Encourage your child to get involved in those. They're fun. Why are teachers, well, hopefully relatively good at maths, is they keep doing the same thing every day, so they keep teaching it now. So that's a very good way to learn something. So get your child to teach you what they're doing. You can pretend to understand, which is fine, but by the whole process of them teaching you, you'll understand what they're trying to do, and they will get better because of the teaching process. Talk to your teacher. It's so important that if you've got worries, communicate with the teacher first. And finally, don't forget that you're the parent, not the teacher. So be the parent and love your child.